I went on a tour of the Ithaca Brewery. The first things I noticed when I walked in, the huge cylindrical steel tanks and the strong smell of beer. These containers held gallons of beer. I was impressed by the size of the fermenting tank, the amount of beer that Ithaca Beer Company could produce, and the expensive machines. Our tour guide was very good. He asked us questions and taught us a lot of interesting things about beer. First thing we talked about was what beer was made of. Water, hops, yeast, and malt. He passed around some of the grains that they used in beer, and we got to sample some of them. There was a lot of difference between the flavors in some of them, which surprised me. As we walked around, he explained what all the big cylindrical machines and containers were for. The bottling machine was particularly interesting looking. All the beer made in Ithaca is bottled in this one machine. Then he showed us the freezer and told us about the importance of storing beer in a dark place. I learned that light is what makes beer skunk, so that is why beer often comes in dark bottles. He also showed us the wooden barrels that they use. I did not know that different barrels could give different flavors to the beer. Sometimes they get barrels from other places that had other alcoholic drinks in them in order to give the beer a slightly different flavor. In the end, those of us who were 21 or older were given samples to taste. The beer on the right, a lager, was the one that I preferred a bit more. The one on the left, called Flower Power, I didn't like quite as much. It had a very strong taste. Overall, this was a very interesting tour, and I learned a lot about beer that I didn't know before. It was definitely worth going on, and if you have the opportunity, I would recommend going on this tour.